What's happening, everybody? Welcome back, and thanks for watching. Now, previously, our last video, we got everything primered. Well, not everything. We got the car primered, the front fenders, the back over fenders, all primered. I want to get the bumpers done, the side skirts done, and everything mocked up on the car. I've got some hind joint rods to put in the back to hold the bumper out. I'm going to try and get all of the body put back together, because if everything works out like I want it to, hopefully we'll be able to paint this car within the next week or two. This weekend I'm going to try and get everything all smoothed out, everything body wise finished, Raptor lined on the inside if I can, the bumpers sanded down and smoothed out and primered and put back on the car. Hopefully the side skirts and the front caps. We're going to try and get all of the body together this weekend. I talked to Sergio with Carbonetics. We're going to be getting the rest of the carbon fiber here really soon, probably by the end of November. So I want this car all green and put back together pretty much by the end of November. It's the middle of October right now. I'm really excited to get the carbon fiber and get it back in, or get it on, so that we can start taking apart the motor and finishing up wire harnesses and putting everything back on the car so we can start building that motor. In theory, we are in line to do that really shortly and get I think we're still on track for early next year finishing this thing up. But yeah, I'm super jazzed. Everything is looking really good. I came in this weekend, walked in, saw the car and was like, man, that looks beautiful. But we're far from done. So I've got a lot. When I was cutting the mustache off the front bumper, I didn't smooth it all out and everything. Obviously, I was bleeding all over the place. I'm gonna get that all squared away, sanded down, smoothed out, get that mustache the rest of the way cleaned up. I'm gonna do a little bit of body work on the back bumper. I don't think I have any on the front bumper. Everything looked like it's pretty smooth. I do have to fix up the side skirts a little bit. I do need to get a passenger side door, bottom door trim. That one was jacked up pretty good. So I'm just gonna have to replace that. There ain't no fixing it. But hopefully we can get the bumpers, the side skirts, and everything on today and start sanding it all down. Go over it with like a 400 grit sandpaper, sand it all down, make it all super smooth and badass. That way when we paint it, it'll be pristine. The car is looking great. I am super excited. I can't wait to see this thing green. I do need to get different wheels. I think that's going to be another big purchase. I was starting to look at some TE37s. I like those, but I don't know if we're going to go with those. They're very popular, obviously, and people love them as well as me. I love them, but I think I kind of want to go with Obviously, we've got a wide body kit. I want these wheels to come all the way out, nice fitment and everything. So I think I'm gonna go with something with a deep dish, chrome, or just something with a really beautiful deep dish on it. Because right now it looks like a parade float, super wide with little tiny skinny wheels way tucked inside. Anyways, yeah, we're gonna get jamming on the car this weekend. We're gonna try and get all the body panels put on and Raptor lined on the inside. Got the side skirts, they're kind of scratched up a little bit. I gotta do a little bit of body work on those, prime the bumpers, Raptor line everything on the inside, just to give it a little bit more rigidity and protect the body kit from any debris or flying rocks kicked up on the road or anything like that. I don't want to give my son a really super badass car and then 6 months down the road the body kit's cracked because it was cold and a rock hit it or something like that. So the Raptor liner will really make it durable on the inside as far as rock chips or something like that. Obviously not if you hit something it's going to be destroyed. It's fiberglass, but adding the Raptor liner in will make it substantially more strong. And we are going to do that today and tomorrow, and hopefully get all that knocked out. I am going to go over the whole car with a guide coat just to make sure that we are nice and smooth and nice and flat everywhere. Like I said, 400 grit sandpaper, getting ready for the paint job. And then I'll take it out and wash it and make it all clean. Then before we paint it, we'll go over it with some wax and grease remover and a tack cloth, and then we'll shoot it. I am super excited. I can't shut up. We'll get into some time lapses today. Probably a little broken up because I'm not doing anything super exciting. Like I'm gonna mount the side skirts that go on the bottom down here, but I got to modify those a little bit because the fiberglass fender right in this area right here is a little different than the original metal fender. So I'll clean them up and modify them to fit as best I can, get a nice even flow all the way back. That big gap right here that you guys see, the bottom of that fender isn't mounted yet. So once I mount the bottom of that, it'll make it all nice and formed to the door. But this section right here is a little different. So I'll modify the end cap to the side skirt, and then obviously back here in the back with the wide body, that's a little different too. So there is going to be a little bit of custom work done to make everything look right and to be awesome, but that's what's going to make it unique and awesome. So we're going to spend quite a bit of time today making sure that that's all nice and perfect. So a lot of on and off and on and off. Put the taillights in, tighten them all up, put the back bumper on. Then when I went to fit the over fenders, they didn't fit around the taillights. So I had to loosen up the taillights. And I put the rods in and spread apart the bumper right there, and then that
kind of was a little loose, so I had to shorten them up a little bit, make it, or lengthen them up a little bit, make it a little bit tighter. So just a lot of little adjusting here and there, kind of making everything come together and fit properly. So, yeah, I still got a pretty good gap here. And when I push this out, it lines up really good about 3/4 of the way up, maybe half the way up. Then it starts to really bulge out a little bit. So, I don't know what I'm going to do to fix that. I know I need to put another rod back here in the back and push it against this. I guess it's not working. It is really bad. It doesn't fit at all. But we're going to slowly adjust and work into place. I've got a couple of little nicks in the back bumper that I need to fill in with the body filler before we prime it. But I want to make sure everything is fit and put together and all the holes are done and awesome before I start to primer and finish anything. So it's looking really good. Got the tail lights in, got the rods in to spread the bumper apart. I'm digging the way it's going. It's a little slow though. It's a lot of back and forth. Adjust, then mount, then loosen everything up, adjust again, then tighten everything back up. So it's a little bit of a pain in the butt, but it's starting to look really good. Sanded it all down, got it all smoothed out, cleaned up, and mounted. This is kind of what it's going to look like. I'm going to have a big diffuser on the bottom, some air compressors in there for the air ride system, but pretty much basically this is kind of what it's going to look like. If you can see this, there's kind of a pretty good sized gap right here on the sides where the body kit doesn't really meet the bumper. And I tried adjusting and pulling and moving and everything, and it's not really adjusting any better than what I've got it right now. And I don't know if I can heat up the little tab here and kind of mold it in, maybe put some double-sided tape. And I don't want to run any bolts through that because I think that would look like crap. But I'm pretty stoked at the little bit that I got done today. It's obviously, I didn't get a lot done. A lot of on and off and adjusting, but it looks really good. Even though the body line right there is, I don't know how to fix that. I tried adjusting. Like I said, I'm going to try and heat it up and kind of mold it into place, maybe with some 3M double-sided tape. I did get some of that for mounting the body kit, but I don't know. I might bring a buddy of mine who does body work and kind of ask him for a few little pointers. But other than that, I'm going to try later on tonight after dinner to get the side skirts fit on. Kind of, I'm going to have to modify those a little bit, but trying to get those fit on and awesome. And then, yeah, maybe tomorrow, if it's not as windy as it is today, we will shoot some primer on the bumpers. The front bumper obviously is brand new. It wasn't really modified that much. I mean, I cut the mustache off. I'm going to sand that little trim area smooth, but pretty much basically, I think if I just sand that down, it'll be ready for primer, and then I can guide coat it and see what it actually looks like. But yeah, I'm kind of excited. I like the way it's turning out. Well, that took a lot of modifying, but it looks pretty decent. I still gotta sand down that front piece. I didn't get to that yet, but that front piece right there, as you can see, it's still got some clear coat on it, but I haven't. I just mocked it all up, put it all together. I had to thin that out a lot to get it to fit on there, and it's not 100% awesome. I'll probably end up playing with that a little bit more. Yeah, I'll probably end up playing with that a little bit more. See if I can't make that just. It's 99% looks good. I want it 100%, but I really want to put the carbon fiber side skirt on and see if I can tie that, make it 100% with that added carbon fiber side splitter. Overall, I mean, it's 99%. It's not 100%. I'm gonna sit here and try and make it 100%. I kind of like the way that this is all going together right now. I had to modify a bunch on the back bumper. It's 99%. It's not 100%. So I need to figure out something to do with the sides and then make that 100%. And then make this side skirt 100%. I've still got this little section of bodywork to do. It's very small. I don't really see any other spots that I need. So I didn't get very much done today. Very much at all. But it's looking really, really good. So as long as we're doing 99 or 100% out of 100, I don't mind going slow. We didn't get a bunch done today. That's okay, because the work that we're doing is pristine. So I like that. I'm going to go ahead and try and get the side splitter opened up. Because actually, to be honest, I just bought those because they went with everything else. I don't think I've ever seen a side splitter on an Eclipse, so I don't really know how that's going to look. I know they're flat. They don't have that little tilt up in the back, which would be really cool, because this little section right here, this design detail, comes out away from the body. So if our side splitter came back up, it would kind of match this area a little bit better, and that would be awesome. But I know that they're flat. They don't have that little tilt up wing on them, so that's all right. It's that's fine. We'll maybe it'll come out that far and it'll just look badass. But I'm gonna go ahead and get that unwrapped and see if I can't mount it, and then we will. I don't know what we will do. Well, I guess we're gonna just continue on working on the side splitter and see if we can get that 100%. And then I got to do the other side. I might move the car over a little bit farther this way because there is not much room over here. But I feel like I'm running out of shit to say and can't shut the hell up. So we're gonna go ahead and continue in the time lapses. Alright, so let's go ahead and get this unwrapped and see how it looks. Carbonetics carbon fiber side splitter. Hopefully I didn't screw these up already. There, I love Carbonetics. So if you guys have an Eclipse, or well, hell, now Carbonetics does a whole bunch of different vehicles. I highly recommend getting stuff from Carbonetics. They do an excellent job. They protect all their stuff really well with nice foam and plastic wrap and tape and everything. And these are really nice. Look at that. Hope you're catching a glare or something, but that is really nice. And I believe the round part goes in the front. So let's see here. Well, I just went ahead and mounted that carbon fiber side splitter, and oh my god, that thing is awesome. That's 100% for sure. I'm super happy with Carbonetics. They made me a whole bunch of really awesome stuff. Man, that looks good. Kind of looks like it's a little wider in the front and then kind of tapers off to the back. I wonder if I've definitely got it on the right side. Maybe I can adjust it a little more inward on the front. I think, yeah, I've got a very, very minute, and it's probably just that freaking end cap right there holding it out, but wow, that's awesome. I don't know if you guys, well, let's see if I can zoom in a bit. Man, that looks good. I don't mind that corner. I gotta put some double-sided tape in there or bond that to the panel inside or something, because that's not how that's gonna be. Let me, yeah. And then if you guys can see, if I zoom in right there, I've got a little bit right in that little area right there. A very, it's probably not even an eighth of an inch difference right there. But man, that looks good. And obviously we're not ready for carbon fiber yet, so I'll have to, what I wanted to do was, this isn't lined up 100% right here, and I was wondering if I put that and I kind of lifted up a little bit and kind of sandwiched it together, if that would kind of tie everything in over there. And we're not hitting the fender. Man, that's close. That's real close. This little corner right here is very tricky. It's been kicking my butt a little bit. Yeah, it's been kicking my butt a lot of bit actually. There's 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. There's 5 little things that come, well, and the door. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, there's 5 little things that come together right there, and I am not a body guy. I've said that time and time again, and I'll say it some more. Body alignment and body work is not my strong suit. So being that that's 99% good over there is really phenomenal, because I get impatient and I do not do well with body work and body alignment. But I'm super excited that it's turning out this good so far. I just really got to keep on myself not to get impatient. I might even get this as the best I could and then take it to a body shop and just have them kind of touch it up a little bit, you know, and make it what I couldn't, because I want it 100%. Obviously, it's for my son. It means the world to me that he gets this car in 100%. And as far as the body work, I can probably do 98 or 99%, but I don't know if I'm good enough to do 100%. So we might get a little fine tuning from a body shop. I'm not sure. We'll see what it looks like when we're all mounted up and everything's all awesome and we're about getting ready to paint it. I'll kind of give it a once over, a real picky once over, and make sure that it's all super awesome. If it's not, then we might take it to a body shop just to make it, just to push it over the edge. You get that 100%.